Hello class, Faisal here, coming at you with your class of the day for English Grade 12 College, June 2nd. So, before we begin here, a couple of quick things to talk about. First of all, just a reminder, this is already posted May 27th on the website, but if you want to sign up for summer school, registration is open. So, just go to this post, which is on the website already, May 27th, and click on these links and you can see what courses you can take and everything like that. So if you need to take summer school, right, it is available. Remember, it is most likely going to be online, although that could change, I suppose, right? The state of emergency for Corona got extended till June 28th here today, so I don't think we're going to have in-person classes for July, but that's just me. But it will be, you take one course and it'll be over in 3 weeks. 3 weeks of online courses, and then you've got yourself a credit. It's not bad. So if you need to take any courses, please go ahead and register for summer school. Other thing posted today was this link from guidance that they asked me to put up, which is about registration for September. Now, I'm hopeful that September is going to have the actual classroom, school with students in the room and all that, right? So I'm hopeful that schools are going to be back by September, right? Let's hope, let's pray for that. So this is for September quad 1 and 2, right? So if you guys need more courses, which most likely you do, but maybe not, but if you need more courses, you go to these website and you register there. So today, what I want to talk about are concluding paragraphs, right? Yesterday we talked about citation, and we've already talked about intro paragraphs and body paragraphs, but we need to talk about conclusions now. So this is the last paragraph you're going to write in your 5-paragraph essay here, right? So you've already written the whole essay, right? I haven't written a whole essay myself, right? Because, well, I haven't had time to do that. I'll do that before the end of the week, though, right? So that you guys have a proper example to look at. But for now, let's just imagine that this is a completed essay, right? I've got my intro paragraph, I got my first body paragraph, and then let's just say that these 2 paragraphs here are completed paragraphs, right? And I'm following my outline, as all of you should. Watson is also there to ask questions that the reader might ask Holmes if they were there, right? So I'd have all my examples and my analysis proving that. And then I've got another body paragraph that is Watson is also there to be Holmes's friend and help the reader feel more connected to him as a human being, right? So those are my second and third body paragraphs, right? Yet to be written, but I will eventually, right? So when it's all done, right, and when you're all done, you've got to make one more paragraph, which is the concluding paragraph. So let's talk about what that will look like. So it's got 3 things. First, you restate your thesis, right? So here I've got Watson is the reader's voice in the Sherlock Holmes stories and helps us all understand Sherlock Holmes. Okay, so what I have done there is I've taken my thesis, which is that Watson is the representative of the reader, right? And I've put it back at the bottom here at the last paragraph in different words, right? So just take the thesis and restate it in different words, right? That's your first sentence there, right? So obviously, by the way, that's one sentence. Then it's time for the summary. So here, what you're trying to do is remind the reader of your main points, right? And if you've written a good essay so far, this will be very easy, because what you shall do is you shall go back to your topic sentences. So, I go back to my first paragraph there. In the Sherlock Holmes mysteries, Watson being puzzled is meant to mirror the way the reader should be puzzled by the problem Sherlock is dealing with, right? That was my first topic sentence. Then, I just bring it down here. When Watson is puzzled in the stories, he is representing the reader's own confusion as they are confronted with the mysteries that Holmes is grappling with. So once again, you are restating your topic sentences now. So if you've written proper paragraphs with good topic sentences, all you have to do is go back to your topic sentences and remind the reader of those main points. Oh, by the way, of course, you should use different words, right, to make sure you do that. Right, so if you've got 3 body paragraphs, which you should have since it's a 5-paragraph essay, then it should be 3 sentences, shouldn't it, right? So, let's see. In my fake paragraph here, Watson is also there to ask questions that the reader might ask Holmes if they were there, right? That's 1 paragraph I've written. And I have here, he also asks the same questions that Holmes might ask while also entertaining the reader's ideas, right? So, same idea, different words, right? And over here, Watson is also there to be Holmes's friends and help the reader feel more connected to him as a human being. And over here I've got, finally, his love of Mr. Holmes is meant to be transferred to the reader and make the person reading feel friendship with the detective as well. So, 3 topic sentences translate into 3 summary sentences, right? Put that right there. 3 sentences. Right, so the summary is meant to be just that, right? You're summarizing your main ideas for the reader. All right, so you restate your thesis and you summarize each of your points. Now, why do I have to restate all this stuff? I already said it in my essay. I don't want to have to say it again. So, the reason you need to do it this way is because it's very important in an essay to remind the reader of your main points, right? So you're doing it this way because let's say I'm reading your essay, and then on paragraph 3, a cat jumps onto my desk and meows at the sun, like this cat often does. Then I am going to be distracted, right? I don't want to have to read your whole essay to remind myself of your main points, right? I just need to look at your conclusion, and that'll make me think, okay, this is what that person said, this is what that person said, and then you're in great shape, all right? So that's why we have you, do it this way, all right? So that's why you've got to restate all these things, right? So you restate your thesis, and then you summarize your main points. Meow. Okay, am I done now? No. There's one last thing to do, right? One last sentence, which is what we call the send-off, right? And I have one right here. Thus, Watson plays a critical role in the Sherlock Holmes stories, and the tales would not be the same without him. The send-off is best understood as a concluding sentence for the whole essay, right? It's sort of the thing that makes the reader know that it's over, right? Without it, the essay would just sort of stop. So you need to have a send-off, which is just a concluding sentence for the whole essay. All right? Meow. I can do that. Good. Now, that send-off, needless to say, is 1 sentence long, right? No more, no less. Now, one last thing. Make sure, just like I was talking about yesterday, the last page of your essay needs to be works cited. All right? So it needs to be the works cited page with the whichever sources you used in order to write your essay, right? Make sure you've got works cited in there. So, that then would give you a completed essay. So, at this point, you guys should be writing and everything like that. And I want to help out as much as I can, but I don't know what else I can say in videos. So here's what I'm thinking, right? Tomorrow is our normal meeting day, but I want to do it a little bit differently. Instead of having a meeting where we have a discussion, I'm going to say tomorrow is going to be office hours, right? And what I mean by that is from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm going to go into that Google Meeting room and I'm going to open it for whoever wants to join. And you guys will be able to come in and ask me any questions you want, right? I don't mean big questions, I mean small questions, right? So if you want me to take a look at your essay and say, hey, your thesis is good, or your thesis could be better, or hey, look at this in your second paragraph, or whatever it is, come in during that time and I will be available to talk to you as you wish, right? If a lot of people come at once, right, some people will have to wait, right? But my idea for tomorrow is essentially, same as when I sit at my desk in a classroom, right? And people come up and ask me questions. that's what we're going to do tomorrow, right? So from 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock, we'll do office hours. I'll be sitting here unless I need to go to the washroom, in which case I'll be right back. But yeah, I'll be sitting here and I will answer whatever questions you have about stories, about essay structure, about citation, about anything I've brought up in these videos, right? Because I know it can be a bit harder to ask a question through an email than it is to ask a question while talking. So that's what the purpose of tomorrow is, right? You don't have to come if you don't have any questions, right? But if you have questions, come see me tomorrow, 2 to 4 p.m., and we'll see what answers can be given. So that can be the plan for now. So let's leave it there for today, right? Of course, you can email me questions anytime. And if you are having any trouble with this essay, you just come talk to me tomorrow in the meeting room from 2 to 4. I will, as always, post the link. Okay, so I will see you guys then, and I hope you are all doing well.